Hello, Good News channel viewers. Today we are going to talk about a subject called family time. Now, what is family time? Spending time with your first circle of your family, let's say father, mother and kids. So, why it is so important and how you can make it very wonderful time as a personal, a very precious moment for you. Now, recent days we find that all of us are busy with our mobile phones and all of us are busy with our own personal lives. We don't cultivate a habit sitting with our family, eating with our family or at least playing with our family, which were prevalent previously. Now people, yes, we plan vacations with our children, we plan a date with our children, we go out, we set camps, we are there as a family with our children. But what is more important is being at home with our child. You see, going for a camp or going out, yes, that is a spending moment with our child. But what more is precious is being with a child at home and seeing us or being ourselves at our home circumstances makes us and also the child know more about the reality. Let's say you're going for a camp or you're going out of town, you're spending time with the child, you are out of stress circumstances, you are not you are there having your leisure time. But when it comes inside the house, you are yourself with the stress, with the leisure time, with the happy moments, everything is cumulative when it comes inside the house. Now, why it is so important for a child as a member of the family? Because as the child grows, the child understands the infrastructure of the home. Let me repeat it. The child understands the infrastructure of the home and not the house. So, the child learns the roles and responsibility of each person in the family, and also the child learns to rely on its parents. This family time is very important because it gives you a good bond between you and your child, or you and your spouse, or you and your parent. Now, how do you cultivate this? Let's say every day when you come home or every day when you're sitting for dinner, make sure that you don't have your TV or mobile phone when you are having a dinner. Or have a decision that you need to sit with your family at least 20 minutes or let's say 10 minutes talking to each other, how was the day, how things are, and how was everything going for you, asking them how things are in their life, what are the differences they see. While you sit and chat, you never know, unbound or unopened stories will come out so that you will understand your child better. Nowadays, children are given more mobile phones, which makes them more addictive to them. Why so? Because one of the reason is whenever the child gets back home, the child has lot of things to talk. What happened in school, what happened with friends, but then the child is being restricted when the mobile is given. So, there is a lack of communication or a gap between parents and children. This drifts them slowly, and this difference has been identified or it has been realized only when the child is hitting the adolescent age. My suggestion, even if you are an adolescent, sit with your parents and talk. If you are unable to talk, then something is wrong. Because end of the day, this is your first circle, and if you are not comfortable in your first circle, you cannot be comfortable through other circles, let's say your social circles or any other relationships. How you mold yourself or how you mold the family relationship has a huge, intense influence on you on other circles, let's say your social as well as your other personal relationships like friends, etc. Now, how do you manage this family timing? This family time, it has to be there in every house, or not only in the home but also a particular date. There are parents nowadays, you take appointment with the doctor, you take appointment with your colleagues, or you take appointment in a meeting. Take appointment with your children and you task the children, like, today shall we do this together. It can be a household chore, it can be anything interesting. Sit with the child and cultivate each activity, or be with the child and do an activity. Let's say coloring a book, or let's say pottery, or let's say having a chit chat, or let's say playing a game with the child, indoor or outdoor. By cultivating this, the child will again have a bond with you. And plan at least a meal should be a family time meal where all of the family members sit in the house and eat. You get connected while eating. And another technique where you can say where only the immediate circle, your family, as in you, your spouse, your children, go out, spend some time, relax and get back. Or vacations, at least monthly or let's say quarterly wise, spend some time with the child. If you have 2 children in your home, spend some time with one particular child one day outside the house, where you talk to the child, where you allow the child to talk to you. Having a one-on-one personal chit chat or personal conversation with your immediate family members always matters. And also make sure when the child comes back to you, the child should know that the child can speak anything to you, and the child should also know that it will be corrected when it is required. A family time is a most important time while upbringing our children, because it is the time where you indirectly or directly tell the child that you are there for the child. You will not be judgmental, but you will correct them when it is required. The child should know whatever happens, I should get back to my parents. And also when you are talking, when you are relating with the child should feel comfortable sharing its secrets. In a family setup, while you are growing, apart from let's say till adolescence, it is not right for a child to have a secret. Why? Because we don't know what affects the child. If the child has a secret, that has to be looked on to. This family time helps the child to open up, to speak up and to talk what the child is holding inside of it. Today we are talking about family time, and we talked when a family has a father, a mother and 2 children. Now what will happen when the child is 1? So when the child is 1, each parent has to give more attention to the particular child, where you talk to the child, where the child is able to talk to you, the child is able to play with you. And what about the parents? What about the husband and wife? Do they require a personal time apart from the children? Yes. It is important to have a family time together with your children and also a separate time with your spouse. Now, why it is required? Because ongoing, everybody are following a deep routine, a very practical, everyday running and chasing routine. You need to revive, or you need to be available as a father or a mother and also as a spouse. This helps your spouse to bring the family together and also to build the family together. When you are feeling secluded, that has to be addressed by your spouse, or when your spouse is being secluded or feeling burdened or having a caregiver's burnout, where the spouse feel I am doing everything and nothing is not being acknowledged, whatever I do, that has to be addressed. You need to rekindle the love, you need to rekindle the assurance for your spouse and vice versa. So, spending with a particular family member, let's say a spouse or let's say a child, is also matters. Also, a cumulative group time also matters. So, when it comes to spending time with one particular person, let's say husband and wife, they have to have a separate time excluding their children, also including their children. This is very tedious and it's going to be very tough. But as you start, you will realize that it helps you to vent certain things. This family time or this personal union with one-to-one conversations help you to explain yourself, help you to vent the emotions and to understand each other better. As a family is united, it grows. So, you will understand the dynamics of it as you talk, as you figure it out only when you are available to the other person. There should be an effective communication between the parents and one-to-one, let's say husband and wife, and also husband, wife and the children. If this is maintained, children also grow well in all emotional aspects. Also, the spouse, the relationship between the spouse strengthens. Now, how do you strengthen? Be available for that person. That conversation can happen over a tea, that conversation can happen over when you're sitting in the sofa. So, have a quality time with your spouse and also your children. And make it creative. You can sit and play with them, you can sit and draw with them, or engage in an activity where the child gets excited. Let's say building blocks, or let's say playing around your house, or let's say anything that excites the child. That will help you. So, today we talked about family time. We also talked about having a personal time with your spouse, let's say one-on-one or with your child. How it is important and how it helps you. Today we talked about family time and how this family time helps you. It helps the children, and why a personal time with your spouse or your child on a one-on-one note influence and how it can be used. So, today I hope it will help you as well. Meet you again. Bye-bye.